myth or truth, where common assumptions meet hard evidence, scientific studies, and expert analysis. Today, does radiation from your phone increase the risk of testicular cancer? Scientists don't know why testicular cancer is now twice as common as it was 35 years ago. Many people wonder whether it's due to the radiation from phones kept in trouser pockets. Although there is no evidence for this, not all scientists draw firm conclusions. Researchers have been studying the effects of phone radiation on the human body for years. Does this exposure increase the risk of brain tumors or testicular cancer? The conclusions are almost always negative, but scientists remain cautious. It's a persistent myth, says Richard Meyer. He is head of oncological urology at the Utrecht University Medical Center in the Netherlands. Research from as early as 2007 showed no link between mobile phone radiation and testicular cancer, Meyer says. We can't rule it out 100%, but that's almost never possible in medical research. Meyer sees no reason to repeat the research. You only do that if there's a reasonable suspicion, not based on a myth. Urologist Oscar Brouwer agrees. He also notes that long-term radiation studies are less relevant for testicular cancer. It's really a disease that mainly affects young men. Studying older men is then less useful. According to the Electromagnetic Fields and Health Knowledge Platform, the EMV, you can never fully rule out a link between certain factors and the development of a disease. Researchers use samples to draw conclusions about larger populations, but there is always a margin of uncertainty. New studies can always lead to different insights in the future. Research on other types of cancer has also not shown a link. For example, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, the IARC, concluded in 2024 that heavy mobile phone use does not increase the risk of brain tumors. This was an international study involving over 250,000 people from around the world. However, the IARC also takes chance or bias into account. Long-term research might one day show something different. For this reason, the agency officially still classifies phone radiation as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Experts don't know exactly where the suspicion toward mobile phone radiation comes from. The EMV names several possible reasons. The radiation is invisible, and we are exposed to it involuntarily, for example through cell towers. The platform also notes that many people confuse different types of radiation. In science, the term radiation usually refers to ionizing radiation. This comes from radioactivity, for example, during nuclear fission or in an X-ray machine. Ionizing radiation has so much energy that it can alter atoms and is harmful to humans. The radiation from mobile phones is called electromagnetic fields. This type of radiation has much lower energy and cannot change atoms. Excessive electromagnetic radiation can still cause damage. For instance, too much exposure to UV radiation. That's why manufacturers must comply with European exposure limits. The impact of electromagnetic fields on the human body is still being researched. The World Health Organization, the WHO, is currently reviewing all available studies, the Knowledge Platform reports. EMV does not expect conclusions before the end of this year. But even then, the question is likely to remain whether the influence of mobile phones can ever be completely ruled out. In 2024, UMC experts suggested that the rise in testicular cancer may be linked to hormone suppression. Strikingly, testicular cancer has become more common in Eastern European countries since they became more westernized. This could point to a link with industrialization. Medical researchers say that environmental factors may be contributing to the rise in testicular cancer diagnoses. They referred to increasing stress levels, higher consumption of processed foods, reduced physical activity, and the widespread presence of microplastics.